Good morning, everyone. We're continuing here in the words of the Mesillas Yesharim, path of the just, and the Ramchal is explaining to us the way in which HaKadosh Baruch Hu judges our actions, the big and the small, those that are good and those that were negative, as he writes today. He says, Ki kasher ein HaKadosh Baruch Hu maniach milishkoyach kol ma'aseh tov katan k'moshu, just like Hashem doesn't forget any little good deed that a person does. You do one little tiny thing, and it's something that finds favor in the eyes of Hashem. HaKadosh Baruch Hu remembers it, and He gives you brach, He gives you blessing and reward as a result. So too, the way that it works in the world of judgment is just as HaKadosh Baruch Hu does not overlook even the smallest deed which is good, He also doesn't forget about and He doesn't overlook the ma'aser ra katan, the small bad deeds that a person commits. And this is coming to remove from the hearts of those that would like to believe erroneously. People who think foolishly that HaKadosh Baruch Hu doesn't judge the small things in life. He doesn't make an accounting on them. It's foolishness, says the Ramchal. You have to know that HaKadosh Baruch Hu watches over everything. And just as if a person would say one tiny little bracha on their glass of water, Hashem pays them for that. So too, if they don't say a tiny bracha on their glass of water, so HaKadosh Baruch Hu cannot overlook that and not see what was done wrong, and He has to take care of that as well. Rather, the general principle over here is anyone who says the following words: HaKadosh Baruch Hu, He doesn't care, He's not really paying attention so much. It doesn't bother Him if I don't do mitzvahs the right way, if I do a little avera here, a little sin over here. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is a vachanu, He overlooks. HaKadosh Baruch Hu taka, He will overlook you. Not that He'll overlook the deeds, but He's not going to be able to give you the blessing, and He's not going to be able to give you the bracha, and He won't be able to give you the reward that He would like to give. Rather, there's only going to be consequences in its place. It says in the Gemara, if your yetzer hara, that crafty little fellow, comes to you and he says, Chata, sin, do a sin. No, what's the big deal? Sin right now. What do you have to worry about? Yom Kippur's around the corner. Hashem's going to forgive you. You'll show up to shul. You'll pound your hand on your fist on your chest 1,000 times that day. He'll be meichel lecha. Al tishmalai, don't listen to the yetzer hara. Don't listen to the evil inclination who's trying to convince you that it's okay to sin because it's not such a big deal. Anyway, Hashem will forgive you. Who says that Hashem will forgive you? If you do tshuva, yes. If you cry, yes. If you have charati, you have regret, and you feel bad for that which you've done, it's true. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to forgive you. But who says you're going to do tshuva? Who says that when you sin knowingly, thinking that Hashem should forgive you for what you've done, who said it's going to work like that? This is something simple to understand. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the God of truth. Like Moshe Rabbeinu taught us, Hashem is the rock of purity. Ki kol drachav mishpat. Everything that He does is justice. He's a God of faithfulness. He's a God of truth. There's no iniquity by Hashem. He's perfect in the way in which He judges man. Since that Hashem desires a world that is running in justice, is it possible that HaKadosh Baruch Hu can overlook the injustice that was done to him? Therefore, if Hashem wants justice in this world, He wants things to be measured out properly, then He needs every person has to receive a reward or a punishment, a consequence, according to their actions, according to the fruits of their labors. And it has to be exacting, whether it's for the good or, God forbid, it's for the bad. V'hainu, that's what it means. Kelamuna, he is a faithful God. Ve'ein avil, and there's no iniquity by him. Tzadik v'yoshahu, he is righteous and he is straight. Shepir shezichron avracha, our sages explained to us, what does that mean? Latzadikim v'larashayim. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the same God, truthful, faithful, righteous, honest, straight. To the righteous people, the tzaddikim, urashayim, and to the wicked. Kikachi amida, this is the way that Hashem runs the world. V'alakol done on every action that a person does. He judges, v'alakol cheitu ma'anish, on every single sin that a person commits, there will be a punishment. Ve'ein lihi malid, a person cannot be saved. They cannot be absolved from such a judgment of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Now, if we stop over here in the Mesillas Yesharim, so then it would seem and appear that the average person is going to be in big trouble, because we know that we are a conglomeration of mitzvahs and of averas. And if for every single avera that a person does, they're going to get this scrutiny from Hashem, and the heavenly glance is going to look down deep into their actions and judge each one accordingly, and then we're going to get punished for what we've done wrong. So how's a person ever going to be able to stand up to such a judgment? Now that is for tomorrow, which is so hashkacha, that this is what we're learning right before Yom Kippur, because we have 2 more days Be'ez Hashem to learn before Yom Kippur, and we can understand how HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to work in the midah of rachamim, the attribute of mercy, to give us a chance to do tshuva, a chance to get close to Him, a chance to absolve ourselves from the mistakes and the errors and the sinful things that we've done, and then be able to justify and rectify ourselves and find chen, real, true pleasure in the eyes of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Have a wonderful day.